Dear students, the next topic is the land capability and land suitability classification. This land capability and land suitability classification needs to be done to know the utilization of the land or suitability of the land for the various purposes like cultivation of the crops, for construction of the buildings, for construction of the roads, for construction of the dams, or for the wildlife. To identify these capacities of the soil or suitability of the land, these land or the soils are classified into different classes. On the basis of soil survey maps and reports, a land capability classification has been developed in which every acre of land is classified according to its capabilities and limitations. Whatever the land which occurs on the earth crust, this land has some of the capabilities as well as there may be some of the limitations. And on the basis of soil survey maps and reports, every acre of the land is classified on the basis of their capabilities and limitations. There are 8 capability classes which are numbered with first to 8 Roman numbers. Those lands which have the maximum capabilities and very least limitations, these lands are placed in the class 1, whereas those lands which have the maximum limitations and least capabilities, these are placed in the class 8. On the basis of the soil survey maps and reports, this every acre of the land is classified according to its capabilities and limitations. There are 8 land capability classes. The class 1 lands have the maximum capabilities and least limitations, while class 8 lands has the maximum limitations and least capabilities. And in between these first 8, the capabilities of the soils goes on decreasing and limitations of the soils grows on increasing. If we see the capability classification, it will consist of the 3 categories as capability classes. Class 1 to class 4 encompasses the land which is suitable for the cultivation. Class 5 to class 8 includes the land which is unsuitable for the cultivation but suitable for the permanent vegetation. This capability classification consists of 3 categories. In that, there are the capability classes. Class 1 to class 4 lands are suitable for the cultivation of the various kinds of the crops, while class 5 to class 8 lands are unsuitable for the cultivation, but it is suitable for the permanent vegetation. Second category of the capability classification is the capability subclasses, which are based on the kind of dominant limitations like wetness or excess of the water, climate, soil, and erosion. And on the basis of wetness or excess of the water, climate of that land, soil of that land, and erosion of that land, these capability classes are further grouped into subclasses. And the third category is the capability units. These are the further subdivisions of the capability subclasses. A capability unit includes the soils which are sufficiently uniform in their characteristics, potential and limitations, and required fairly uniform conservation treatments and management practices. The capability units are the subdivisions of the capability subclasses, which will include the soils which are having the uniform characteristics, potential and limitations, require fairly uniform conservation treatments and management practices. Thus, this capability classification is grouped into three categories as capability classes, first to 8 classes, among which first to 4 classes are suitable for the cultivation, 5th to 8 class are unsuitable for the cultivation but suitable for the permanent vegetation. Further, on the basis of kind of dominant limitations like wetness or excess of the water, climate, soil or the erosion, these are further grouped as a capability subclasses. And according to their uniform characteristics, potential and limitations, uniform conservation and treatment or the management practices, further these are grouped into capability units. Thus, these capability classes, capability subclasses and capability units are the categories of the capability classification. Then land suitability classification, land suitability for the irrigation, suitability criteria used are usually the available water holding capacity, effective rooting depth and intake characteristics of the soil. If we go for the suitability of the land for the irrigation purpose, this is based on the water holding capacity, effective rooting depth and intake characteristics of the soil. The FAO workers developed a system of soil suitability for the irrigation. The system is based on the limitations of the different land characteristics like texture, depth, permeability, salinity, and topography. The soil units are grouped into 6 suitability classes as class 1 to class 3, arable suitable for the agriculture, class 4, restricted arable with severe limitations of the soil, class 5, undetermined arable, class 6, non-arable unsuitable for the irrigation purpose. On the basis of these limitations of the different land characteristics like texture, depth, permeability, salinity and topography, these FAO workers has developed a system and they have grouped the soils into 6 suitability classes for the irrigation, among which first 3 classes are suitable for the agriculture, class 4 is restricted arable with severe limitations of the soil, class 5 is undetermined arable, while class 6 is non-arable and it is unsuitable for the irrigation purpose. You may be asked, explain in detail the land capability classification. This is all about regarding this topic.